you, Evan McPherson, getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. He's going to test this secondary right away. And this will be incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be taken down to the 37. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
And the Lions go 1st down.
Another run here for Robinson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Mustang 19. Let's go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and long.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's caught. And he will score. Jameson Williams. Touchdown Detroit. That touchdown gives him 18 on the season. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Lions are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Carter, the man in motion. Now, faking the give, he'll send this one deep for Odunze. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Ravens.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Ravens 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Baltimore. He'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
60 by 19 Lions. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to the air one more time. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Now he'll air one out. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. It's fourth down. And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and go for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, it doesn't matter. They've turned it over on down.
Warriors, come on, come on. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown Lions. Pinheiro on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Ravens bring their punt team out. Now, how about this? It's a fake. And he'll be taken down. Not sure the decision there, but at least they'll retain possession.
I'm sure the coach wishes he could have just called a timeout, because from the moment they lined up in that punt formation, the defense was expecting fake. There was nowhere to go. That play was dead from the jump, and that's a big turn of events here in this one.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be third down. Now, this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
79-19 Chargers.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
Coming across, he's got it in the hands of Williams. To the 10-yard to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. Now his second and goal.
Gain of 5 brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment.
On the double.
Third and goal. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Detroit. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Here's Smith to return it. They'll go with the reverse. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Here we go.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a game. He's got 8 on the ground.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, but we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
It's going to be third. They need 1.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
That one too far in front. It is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Ravens are able to edge a bit closer. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? You see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is brought in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Touchdown, is up to 20 on the season. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his second miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down to the side of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go.
Carter, the man in motion.
Cougar 19. Ready, right?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it. So, 2 minutes to play in a back. And 4th first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment.
Ready, Lions. Here we go. 60 Maverick. 60, 70 Timberwolves.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good. For the Lions.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
And he's going to be dropping after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 more touchdowns for him here. Now 19 for the year. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions add on 1 more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and
Carter, the man in motion.
34-yard line.
They go play action with Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for Watson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got it! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10.
And the Ravens first down.
They'll throw out of the gun. To the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in covering, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
76, Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a third down and 4.
19, Charger, 19.
Throwing now from the gun, and that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or kick a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's up by Devin Witherspoon.
I don't hate the decision, Mike. Be aggressive. Come away with a touchdown. But what the quarterback understands in this situation is you just can't hold the ball. You got to get it out of your hand. Give your guy a chance to come down with it. And he puts the ball in harm's way and results in a pick. He's lucky this one didn't go back the other way, Mike. He got away with just a bad decision, bad throw. And defensively, you get a chance to steal a possession for your offense. You've got to capitalize and make those plays. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And what an effort after the catch. He stretch things out even further.
Ravens 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10.
19 Lions.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where...
And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. Going for it all. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and go for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over on down. Going right, it's taken in. And he's in! Touchdown, Lions. That is 2nd touchdown tonight.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Ravens 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
For a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Now they'll set up to throw. Loose inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Rodunze. Touchdown, Baltimore. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Ravens cut into the lead a little bit. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Dragon 60. Come on. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19.
The man in motion is Watson. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He'll drop the throw. And that one's incomplete. They were really ratcheting up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try.
46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Ravens cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Maybe they're starting to count how many possessions do I have left. They're going to try to get another one with an onside kick here.
It's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the 3rd quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple. From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8.
48-yard line. 2 yards on
They'll
the
look to throw.
It's 2nd and 8.
That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And he's in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
55, 55, let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's going to be dragged down, but not till he's inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Irvin. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of a yard.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
3-yard line.
That is caught, and he's got another one. Roll Odunze, touchdown Ravens. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. McPherson now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will get just a bit closer.
62. Ravens 31.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
They're on 28-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Up the sideline to the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And they're not going to run continue to pour it on into the end zone. Tack on 2 more points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And now he loses the football. Looks like one of the Ravens was able to fall on it. Yes, indeed they did. So Baltimore will keep possession. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 54 yards. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got his man Carter. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. He's going to bring up 4th down.
Come on. Hey, Viking 18.
That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on
Result
down.
of the play is a turnover on downs.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. A toss left side, caught by his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Harrison Jr.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down. When you've got that big body in the backfield, why not give him a chance to use that size to pick up 1st down? I mean, you're not looking for a home run. You're not looking for a touchdown. Just get north and south and keep this drive alive.
He'll step up and run this. And he will be taken down. Safe. They want to use those timeouts. This one is about done.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
2nd down. It's Fields. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up
It's
a
now
3rd down.
and less than a yard.
Here's Fields choosing to keep this one. Oh, big hole left side. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say. Now, how about this? It's a fake. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. He'll look to throw here on first down. Just trying to make something happen, and the ball's loose on the field. So it's a win here for the Lions. They finished the season on a high note. Now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson.